Hey guys, it's Tony, and we're back on the bench. And this evening, we're going to be getting into doing a little reassembly service here on a spinning reel that's primarily, somewhat of a budget reel, but it's a nice little reel. We're looking at a Mitchell Riptide Model 70. Okay, so the Riptide series, I have a couple of these smaller versions of these primarily, and they're not really bad reels. On the lower end of the budget spectrum, I'd say. But they're built fairly well for the most part, and they come with pretty good drag stacks and all that. So we've cleaned up this reel. It was pretty dirty, primarily with old grease and whatnot, on the inside here internally. So we've spent the time cleaning that up, and now we want to get back into doing some reassembly here. So we're going to start here simply. We've been taking some Q-tips here and just getting as much of this old grease out of here as we can, more or less, and, once we have that all, cleaned up as much as we can, we're ready to start putting things back in here. So we're going to start here with some of these pieces here. So we've got a thin spacer washer, and that actually rests down here at the base. All right, and then we've got our pinion gear. Okay, we've cleaned this up, with some WD-40 and cleaned up all these teeth with a toothbrush. We're going to go in with some fresh Penn Blue grease here on that pinion gear. Okay, and we've also got a main bearing here. All right, it's not very big. All right, but it's it's a simple, open, exposed type bearing. I'm also noticing there is a little bit of residual grease under here, so I'm actually going to clean this underneath as well with that toothbrush. A little bit more WD-40. Sometimes these are sealed underneath and sometimes they're not, but you do want to make sure that they're cleaned up the best that you can get them. Okay, and then we're going to flood this bearing with a little bit of real oil. Let that work its way in there. Okay, all right, so we're basically going back in with this pinion gear assembly. The bearing goes on next. It should rest flat, okay, at the base here. And we've got a bushing that goes on after that. And before we get too far along, we actually do have this capture here that needs to go back into position with the rest of this. And the way this works is this arm is meant to work its way through here. Get these holes lined up accordingly. Okay, and then we've got two screws right here. And those have to go back in place. Get one of them started here at least. Yeah, I'd say mechanically, these are not my favorite reels, but they're not too bad to work on. I do have a size 50 of this series, which I don't really favor it as much. And this one I haven't used at all. I picked this one up not too long ago for pretty cheap, hoping I was going to like it a little better than the 50. But I've also got, I think it's a size 30, and it's kind of like an ultralight edition, and I do like that one actually quite a bit. Okay, now we need to get this spring back in here. And that can be a little tricky to do, but sometimes you can just take a pair of needle nose pliers. Snaps in like that. Okay. Now, in the previous video where we did the take apart, I mentioned that this is a good area to take pictures, and so that you can see the orientation of these parts at least. Okay, this is all part of your anti-reverse mechanism here. Okay, and then there's a washer that slaps on top there. Okay, all right, so that's not too difficult. Okay, and we can in fact put our rotor back on. I'm just gonna clean it up here a little bit. Make sure all this is resting nicely like it should. And then we've got a rotor nut. You want to be careful putting these back on and make sure that you don't cross thread them. And this happens to be an 11 millimeter. So you can either do this with a socket or a nut driver or a wrench like I'm doing at the moment. And it doesn't have to be tight. I just give it a little quarter turn just to make it somewhat snug, and that's really all you need to do. Then we can put this capture in place, make sure it's lined up with that hole, which it would appear that it is. I'm just going to put a little bead of oil on this just for good measure. Okay. Now, for the next few steps here, we've got a crosswind gear. We've cleaned up these teeth really well. Okay, we're going to go in with some fresh grease to these surfaces here underneath, a little bit under here, as well as on the teeth and the stud here on top. That's going to pick up on the block, on the crosswind block. Okay, I'm going to set that down in position like so. All right, and then we've got that block ready to put back in. We've cleaned out this race under here, this track. Set that down like so. Okay, we've also cleaned up our main gear and our main drive shaft. We're going to start with the drive shaft here. We've taken some 4-0 steel wool to this shaft. And we're going to gently slide that and get that started. And I seem to recall that the main gear will go back in once the shaft is there, so we don't need to worry about that. Okay, so we'll put the set screw at the holes down here, a little bead of oil for that. And we're going to spin this up. Okay. Make note there's 2 spacer washers on this side of this gear. We've taken that 4-0 steel wool, made these shaft surfaces really nice and smooth. Okay, and then we want the blue grease on these teeth, of course. You don't have to hit every tooth. It'll work its way in, to all those surfaces. And we're going to set that down in position like so. Let that mesh. All right, we're going to put a little bit of grease up top here on that shaft. Okay, and then we've got our outer plate here. And there's no bearings on the sides here. They're just plastic bushings is all they are. So snap that back in like so. And then we've got the 4 screws here. I'm just going to apply some oil. They're going into basically a plastic or a graphite type plate. I think it's just plastic actually. Thing I find about these kinds of reels is, they make great backup reels, if nothing else, if you want to throw an extra reel in the bag or something like that, just in case, these are perfect for that and they're relatively inexpensive. But what I like about this particular model is it's got that higher gear ratio, which is great for a lot of different types of saltwater fishing primarily, I find. So, especially when you're fishing artificials. So I think I've only got one other spinning reel in my collection that's got a higher gear ratio than this, or at least a spinning reel of this size. And that one is a Shimano, and it goes up to, I think it's a 6.2 to 1 gear ratio, if I recall correctly. Sometimes I find myself finishing off these Phillips head screws with a flat head because I find you can get better torque on them that way and you don't cam out the head of the screw so much, because what has a tendency to happen is the salt spray will get on these heads and then it'll get them rusted over time. With even a lot of cleaning, sometimes it can happen. Once the paint starts chipping off of the heads, then they can get easily exposed. And so I find that using a flathead screwdriver will prevent any cam on that. Okay, so we're gonna have a quick look at our spool. It's in good shape. It's really not that bad. Got a little bit of sand or dust up here. That's about it. Okay, so we're going to slide that back down into position here, like so. And then we've got our drag stack. We've cleaned it up the best we can. It was pretty clean to begin with, but the washers were flooded with a lot of oil, I'd say. So we've got a keyed washer here. Okay, these are still, pretty oil heavy, so I'm not going to apply any oil, but you could apply just a little bead of real oil to these if you really wanted to. And that's the fabric washers. Okay, if they were leather, you wouldn't want to do that. Keyed washer, fabric washer, metal washer, and then we've got a snap ring here that goes back into position. I'm going to do this off the reel just because these are stiff sometimes and difficult to manage. Okay. It should look something like that. Okay, I've got a top cap. It goes on like so. All right, and then we've got our handle. Not too much going on here. We just want to take a little bit of blue grease to this handle. That's really all we need to do. And then a little bead of oil here on the screw threads. Okay. So let's give it a try and see how it runs. Anti-reverse is working right. Pretty smooth. Make sure the bail is firing well. Nice and smooth there. I'm going to do just a little bit of real oil on these bail seams, just for good measure. Let that work its way in there. Okay, and we'll tighten up the drag a few notches here. Make sure that's holding real nice. Yep, sure is. Back it off. And there you have it. That is the Mitchell Riptide Model 70 spinning reel, all serviced up and ready to go. And thanks again for watching. This is Tony with Back on the Bench. If you liked the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, please make sure you do subscribe and hit the notification button. That way it'll give you all the updates as to when there are new videos being posted. And there should be quite a few more coming out shortly, so make sure you stay tuned for those, and we'll see you next time.